Hello once again, everybody. It's me. It's the ROB. Yes, I am the real Bobby Munson, and you're tuning in to Ring Respect Radio. Thank you for tuning in once again, everybody. We are on the cusp of a royal weekend, so to speak. Yes, the WWE Royal Rumble coming up this Sunday, January the 28th, live on the WWE Network. So make sure you're subscribed to the WWE Network to check out all the great, wonderful action. I will be coming at you with a predictions video here for WWE Royal Rumble. But before the Royal Rumble happens, you know that the night before, whenever there's a big four, we're going to get an NXT special event. And no different this time around. Yes, NXT coming from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And yes, this is going to be quite the card. Let's start off with a few predictions. So, we're going to have Cassius Ohno taking on the Velveteen Dream. And we know that just at the end of last year there, the Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black, really tearing the house down in one of the best matches of 2017. 2018 hopefully will be an outstanding year as well for the Velveteen Dream. Things haven't been so great for Cassius Ohno in the win-loss category anyway when it comes to his return to WWE. In particular, this run with NXT. Maybe a shifting character is what might be needed for Cassius Ohno to start getting to where he belongs. Maybe this feud will help him get there. Who knows? But all in all, I think that with how well things turned out in the Aleister Black match, and with the development of his character, that a big win is exactly what the Velveteen Dream is in need of to start off 2018 right. And I think a win over Cassius Ohno is exactly what's going to do that. So I'm going to go and say my prediction for this match is a win for Cassius Ohno. Next match up, we have the Tag Team Championships, NXT Tag Team Championships, on the line as the Undisputed Era defend their titles against the Authors of Pain, former Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain, who had originally lost them to Sanity. But yes, now they are around the Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. So yes, this tag team match is going to be quite the interesting affair. You've got the Authors of Pain, who are a very hard-hitting, very solid tag team. Meanwhile, the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, well-known, well-established tag team that have been working together for many years. Very wonderful in-ring technique that these two both possess. I'm definitely a fan of them. Not saying I'm not a fan of the Authors of Pain, but definitely a big fan of these two, especially, props to the Canadian, Kyle O'Reilly, of course. Anyways, when it comes down to it all, I think that the Undisputed Era are going to be this group that is going to be pushed hard in NXT, especially in 2018. I think we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg when it comes to them. So I feel that this is going to be a clear win for the Undisputed Era. I think that they are going to win, take the titles, remain champions, and I believe it's also going to eventually lead to the Authors of Pain being called to the main roster here soon. Whether that be the day after WrestleMania or before that, I'm not entirely sure. But at this moment, I think that the Undisputed Era are going to remain the tag team champions. Next on the card, the NXT Women's Championship being defended by champion Ember Moon as she takes on Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, as we know, the runner-up when it came to the inaugural Mae Young Classic, made quite a mark in that. I was very impressed with what came from her, especially being that she's quite new to the scene and everything too. So, wonderful in-ring skill that Shayna Baszler is starting to possess and show. I mean, yes, of course, she's not, quite up there, but this is why it's NXT. It's a chance to develop, and she will get there. I believe her finishing move and the way she locks it in and stuff like that comes out of nowhere sometimes is really, really quite interesting. So, who do I think is going to win this match? Well, this one is actually a tough call for me. I think that, Ember Moon makes for a great champion and everything, but could she be on the cusp of a call up to the main roster? Could she be, in fact, one of the entrants into the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble this Sunday as well, too? In order to place her there, they might consider taking the NXT Championship off of her and slowly transitioning her to the main roster. On the other hand, they might look at Ember as, a bankable star for NXT, and she might stay there as their champion while they continue to, develop Shayna Baszler. On the other hand, I like to go for a long shot, and a long shot I'm going to go with, and I'm going to pick Shayna Baszler as your new NXT Women's Champion. And I believe that they might go with this one because they want, maybe a strong heel type character to hold the title for a little while. Asuka was a baby face for the most part. I mean, yeah, she once in a while had some heelish tendencies towards some of her opponents. However, I do believe that she wasn't a full-on heel character for NXT, and she definitely isn't a heel character when she's on the main roster. Shayna Baszler, with her MMA background and just, general way she presents herself on television as well, I believe comes across as more of a strong heel character. I believe that her going around and, putting people into submission holds and, making them tap out or even pass out to these submission holds is really showing a badass side of Shayna Baszler, and I believe that that could make for a strong champion moving forward, especially if there is plans for Ember Moon to go to the main roster in some capacity here soon. So I'm going to go out on a limb again. Shayna Baszler, your new NXT Women's Champion. Okay, next match. Aleister Black is going to be taking on Adam Cole in an Extreme Rules matchup. Now, this match is going to be nothing short of amazing. I'm certain of it. Anytime that NXT has had an opportunity to use one of these stipulation matches and stuff like that, such as War Games or, say, the last woman standing match that was between Nikki Cross and Asuka just last year, they really take it and use it well and stuff, and it becomes something of almost pure beauty in a way, because they do not choose to use stipulation matches too often. You don't get full cards of stipulation matches when it comes to an NXT event, so there is great opportunity here for them to really take an Extreme Rules match and make us realize how awesome an Extreme Rules match can be. Now, as for who's going to win this one, well, you can look at it from a couple different ways. Both men being undefeated, you can make arguments in both cases about who should win, who should lose, all this kind of thing. In the end, it's like, you want to try to help both guys, but the Undisputed Era is, the way things are going. We know there's always been rumors that Aleister Black is being considered for the main roster and has for quite some time. Vince had his eye on him. So there's a very strong possibility of Aleister Black being one of the call-ups after WrestleMania this season. So there is a strong possibility that they will look at that and say, okay, well, if that's the case, it's time for him to take his loss and really pump Adam Cole up, especially if there is immediate plans for Adam Cole in the NXT Championship picture. This would make him look strong, taking a huge win over Aleister Black, who had a fantastic 2017. Love Aleister Black, love everything about him, love what he's done for the company so far, but I have a really strong belief that Adam Cole is the way that NXT is going to go this year. I believe that he will be an NXT champion, and it won't be long before that happens. So therefore, I'm going to go with Adam Cole for the win here. I also believe that being an Extreme Rules match, we will see Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish make an appearance as well too. So I bank on it that the Undisputed Era are going to end up taking all the wins that they want here on NXT TakeOver. Then the main event, NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas taking on Johnny Gargano for the NXT championship. This match, again, going to be a very extremely wonderful technical match. Both men's in-ring skill, far none, just fantastic. And it's going to be a great encounter between these two individuals. Who do I think is going to win? Well, that is a very, very good question. I hate to see titles play hot potato. It's never a great thing. And I have a funny feeling that maybe, as much as it's great to see Gargano, or sorry, not Gargano, as much as it is great to see Cien Almas as champion, I believe that this could be a nice little boost for Johnny Gargano, give him that little boost that he needs, and it also could be a transition. This could be a way of putting the title on a babyface character, which could then lead to a feud with the Undisputed Era, where Adam Cole eventually becomes the new NXT champion moving forward here in 2018. On the other hand, Andrade Cien almost makes for a strong champion, and at the same time, he has been absolutely on fire ever since, being teamed up with his business manager, Zelina Vega. It's just been a wonderful ride for Cien Almas, and he makes for a great champion at the same time. I think that he could be a very strong champion if the title was kept around him for a while. Whether or not there's immediate plans for his call up or anything like that, I'm really not too sure. So it's hard to say whether or not they see him as a long term champion or if this could be just a transitional thing. I want to say that Gargano is going to pick this one up and transition into the Adam Cole era, but I don't know. I think it would be a bit of a stretch. I think maybe we're going to go Andrade Cien Almas on this one, and then he'll drop the title sometime soon to a babyface character like Gargano or somebody along that lines as the title eventually moves towards being put on Adam Cole. So as much as I want to believe that Gargano could pick up the win here in order to start that feud with Adam Cole, I'm going to go and say Andrade Cien Almas retains his title here at NXT TakeOver Philly. So what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win the matches? Hopefully you're going to be tuning in here tonight to enjoy the show as well. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, what your predictions are. Let's get a little bit of a chat going as well. That would be fantastic. In the meantime, I want you to do me a big favor. Click that subscribe button because that helps me out more than you know. And aside from that, I want you people to enjoy NXT TakeOver Philly. And until then, get real or get Munson. Take care now.